Ladies and gentlemen, the number of migrants that are coming in here is insane. It is absolutely crazy. And you can thank the Democrats for this. They are responsible for this. They are the ones opening the floodgate, and quite naturally, they're going to come in. So let's get into this story. A town in Texas have declared a state of an emergency because over 11,000 migrants, close to half of its population, surged across the border last week alone. They said they are completely overwhelmed with all of these people coming in. An unprecedented surge of 4,000 migrants streamed across the U.S. border from Mexico into Eagles Pass, Texas, on Wednesday, forcing the overwhelmed city to declare a state of emergency. Border Patrol sources said they joined 7,500 other migrants who handed themselves in along the Texas border over last week. The surge is the largest since the 15,000 Haitian migrants camped out under a bridge in neighboring Del Rio, Texas, nearly 2 years ago. Y'all remember that. And we saw the still shots of the Border Patrol on horseback going after them. So, City Mayor Ronaldo Salinas said the new mob, many of them from Venezuela, has overrun Mission Border Hope, the only migrant shelter in the border city. One of the situations that a lot of these migrants, they're single males and they don't listen to instruction and they're leaving the facility, the mayor said. Not all of these people come in peace. No, because in Chicago and New York, they're committing crimes. So, anyway, he also said the huge influx over the last week, close to 50% of the city's 29,000 population, has taken its toll on our local resources, especially our local police and our fire department. Processing the migrants typically takes several days, but could take longer with a huge influx, border sources said. During that time, all migrants will be held in custody. Another challenge for authorities, they are due to be screened for any criminal history or prior illegal entries into the US. And with those that don't pass the muster, turn over to immigration authorities for possible removal, authorities said. Among those now detained at Eagle Pass, they said is Roberto Emilio Vasquez, a 64-year-old Peruvian migrant who is charged with murder in the slaying of another man in a Texas city. Yeah, and I heard those migrants are fighting each other. They're fighting each other. And that's another big problem that's going on in the US. They're breaking out in fights just being in these large crowds. So they said this murderer illegally crossed into Texas in May, but was released because border officials did not identify a criminal record for him. Migration and Custom Enforcement ordered him to return to court in 2025, the outlet reported. You ain't even going to know where this man is in 2025. After he was released into the community, he killed a person, although details of the murder have not been released by the local sheriff. It's obviously a security issue. U.S. Rep. Eddie Morales, a Democrat whose district includes Eagle Pass. Yeah, because I know um, Eric Adams in New York said it's a financial tsunami of keeping these people. And he's warning of New York's collapse. And Joe Biden visited New York this week, and the mayor did not show up on purpose because he's upset that he has not gotten any support from the Biden administration since these migrants have been busted in. He's not getting anything. He's been trying to contact the Biden administration, and they're not returning his calls. They're not trying to communicate with him. They're just locking him out altogether. So Joe Biden came into the city. He didn't even show up. He didn't go. So I am aware there are 2 to 4,000 under the international bridge right now, and more are coming. We've also been in contact with Union Pacific Railroad, which runs across the bridge, to make sure they are adequately providing security so that they are not crossing the railroad tracks. All of this to say that there is a concerted effort to try to get a handle on this situation, he said. The Texas crisis is just the latest where unvetted migrants have pushed their way into the country. In West Texas, El Paso opened an emergency shelter after a rush of migrants there last week came in. And Tucson, Arizona, and San Diego, California, migrants are being released into the border community as federal officials are running out of space at processing centers designed to hold them. Last month, thousands crossed the border in Arizona, and they were wielded open by federal officials and accommodated the migratory patterns of an endangered species of antelope and potential floodwaters. Wow. I mean, it is crazy. And I'm looking at one of the pictures, and you can clearly see it is not enough space when thousands of people show up at once. They barely have anywhere to put these folks. Salinas said Wednesday that the emergency declaration will allow Eagle Pass to apply for federal and state aid to help deal with the sudden influx of undocumented migrants. This is just a measure that we have to take to make sure we maintain order here in the city of Eagle Pass, he said. We're going to use that money to reimburse fire, police, and other expenses in the city. So we do have reports that there are other caravans coming to Eagle Pass. So we want to prepare for any scenario, he added. That is crazy. That is crazy. And Texas got to be one of those states that have been taking direct hits. You know what I mean? From these people just showing up there. But this is all courtesy of your Biden administration that pretty much encourages these folks to come in because you know what, y'all? They really want them to outnumber us and push us into a fourth class citizenship here and prop up this working class of people, these migrants, above us. That's what they're attempting to do. But see, when you do something in wickedness, it's always going to backfire. Y'all, please tell me what you think about this video. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.